Cereal time, cereal time, cereal time, whoa.
What's up, cereal heads? Today we're going to talk about Raisin Bran. But first we have to talk about the origins of Raisin Bran. It's a little tricky to nail this down, but it seems like it was invented back in 1926 by U.S. Mills. Now they're the same cereal company that brought you Uncle Sam's cereal, which I mentioned back in the Century Club video. In 1942, Kellogg's and Post both introduced their own versions of Raisin Bran cereal. And it was around 1944 when a court ruling said that the name itself, which was trademarked at one point, couldn't be owned by one particular company. In fact, there are supposedly 312 different grain or cereal companies that have or have had a version of Raisin Bran at some point over the past 80 plus years. So what sets them apart? Well, that's tough to answer. Unless you have a very refined palate, most Raisin Bran cereals out there taste fairly similar. These days, my personal favorite is the one from Cascadia Farms. It's not too sweet, and the flakes seem to stay crispy for a good amount of time. But the big three cereal companies still have the most popular brands. General Mills' version is actually a variety of their total cereal with raisins added in. Post introduced their Raisin Bran in 1942, the same year as Kellogg's. Here's an old box of Raisin Bran from Post I have from 1975. It came with these Kids Live stickers inside. The most famous ad campaign from Post Raisin Bran was when they paired with the California Raisins in the 80s to release a string of commercials. These claymation characters were created for the California Raisins Advisory Board in 1986, and they became very popular, even releasing a few studio albums. The lead singer was Buddy Miles. Post tried to separate itself from Kellogg's by claiming that they had plump, juicy raisins.
Post Raisin Bran with a California raisins, cause big raisins make a big difference.
Still, at the end of the day, I think Kellogg's has the most popular Raisin Bran out there. The iconic purple box is hard to miss on the grocery shelf. And they have Sonny the Sun as their mascot, originally introduced in the 1960s when he was voiced by Dawes Butler. And of course, the most memorable thing about Kellogg's is their slogan of having 2 scoops of raisins in every box.
They love 2 scoops and lots of wholesome bran. 2 scoops, they're turning back again for 2 scoops of plump juicy raisins in Kellogg's Raisin Bran. 2 scoops.
Now, how much is 2 scoops? Well, let's find out. Okay, so here's what 2 scoops of raisins look like. I don't know if that's more or less than their competitors' brands. I don't have the patience to find out. But Kellogg's Raisin Bran, to me, is still the most popular one out there. Even if it's kind of the sweetest and most like candy, I guess that's why it's so popular. Here's one of my favorite boxes promoting the 1992 Dream Team. Still same purple box, still got Sonny on it. There are countless different kinds of Raisin Bran out there. It's hard to pick a favorite, but there's a reason this classic combination has sustained since the 1920s. It's just good. Okay, that'll do it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay crunchy. Now I gotta put these back in here.
Cereal time, cereal